You want to have the winds at your back. So if you're young, what do you have? You have agility geographically. But going back, you initially asked me, what's the algorithm? What are the steps? And I tried to, the book's called The Algebra of Wealth. I tried to distill it down to a small number of features. The first is focus. Go all in on something. Once you find, you workshop in your 20s, once you find something you're really good at, that you could be in the top 1% at, and here's the key part, as we referenced before, that has a 90+% employment rate. And 90% of industries have that. But if you can be in the top 10% of an industry that has a 90+% employment rate, you're going to make really good money. First thing, focus. Try not to have side hustles. If you have a side hustle, it means your main hustle isn't working. Use side hustle to workshop new main hustles. But once you find something you're really good at, go all in on it. I want to be clear. I think there is a certain downside to the notion that we live in a meritocracy. And it creates a lot of rage and shame among young people. And that is the notion that in America, especially, anyone can be anything. Well, not really, boss. Because the problem with thinking we live in a meritocracy is that if you don't make it, you fucked up, it's your fault.
Yeah.
And there's dignity in every work. What I would say to someone working at a Burger King or in fast food that wants something bigger, work really, I was on the board of Panera Bread, which is a fast food chain or quick service. They call it QSR. They don't like the term. Someone who was hardworking and showed up at work every day on time and worked with their colleagues and acted like they owned the place, probably within 2 years could be managing the place and making 60 or 80 grand a year. Now, I'm not suggesting you go all in on food, but there's always dignity in work. There's always opportunity for people who work hard and act like owners and are good people and try and look out for other people and are good managers. That might just be for you a means to an end where you're workshopping other stuff to say, how do I get to school? How do I get to training? How do I find a better job? How do I save for a one-year apprenticeship program to become an electrician? How do I start meeting people? You got to pay your bills. There's dignity in all work. I coach a lot of young men, and the first thing I say is, you got to start making some money. And they're like, I'm not going to work at CVS or at McDonald's. I'm like, yeah, you are, because you need a taste for flesh. The best way to make a lot of money is to start making a little bit of money, but have a plan. I want to be the assistant manager of this McDonald's. I want to save enough money so I can go back to school. I want to save enough money so I can move to Dubai or move to London and get a job there that might be higher paying. Growth sort of solves all problems. So if you're working at a Chipotle, Doug McMillon, who's the CEO of Walmart, started loading trucks. He worked in the loading docks, but he was also working for the retailer that grew faster than any retailer in history. So is your company growing? First thing, growth kind of solves all problems, right? If you were mediocre at Google, you did a lot better than if you were great at General Motors the last 20 years, because one was growing, one wasn't. So is it growing? Two is more situational. Do I have someone who's emotionally invested in my success here? Is the manager of the store like me and saying, you keep doing this, I'm going to get you an assistant manager job at the store down the street? Am I learning, right? Am I getting skills that challenge me? Is this a little bit hard? That's okay. Is it stressful? That's okay too. You don't want stress? Go be a security guard in a parking lot. No stress, no upside. The market is really good at trading off. The more stressful and intense and like, God, I can't keep up here, that probably means you're learning. That probably means you're going to make more money. So am I learning? Do I have senior level sponsorship? Am I at a company that's growing? Am I in a city where there's economic vitality? Do I have flow of interesting people? Flow of interesting friends that I might start another business with, flow of potential. 1 in 3 relationships begin at work, and every HR manager's hair is on fire right now. 1 in 3 relationships begin at work. We don't talk about that. 1/3 of all relationships begin at work, and 99% of them are consensual, right? Young people have to find a place to find other mates, if you will. But there's a serious, and then more importantly, I think than all of this, is assembling a kitchen cabinet of people that you can be really honest with. I'm working at Burger King. I think I'm doing pretty well there. They want to make me, managers at In-N-Out Burger make about $110,000, $120,000 a year in the US. And they're even given a chance to participate in profit sharing. And I'm not suggesting be in fast food the rest of your life, but have a plan. And then you got to have a kitchen cabinet. Put together a group of 3, 4 people who know you, who you trust you, and you can be totally transparent. This is how much money I'm making. These are my opportunities. This is what I'm good at, what I'm not good at. What do you think I should do? Don't approach someone and say, I find you, I want you to be my mentor, right? Because that's a high bar and a lot of people are really busy. It's like, hey, I think you're really impressive. A neighbor, someone who's made, it doesn't have to be a baller, but someone who's living a virtuous life, who seems smart and nice to you. Can I get some advice from you? Would you mind? I just have questions. Can we do a call? Can we have a coffee? There are a lot of people out there who want to help younger people and take it as a compliment. Can I get your advice? Ask them for advice. Don't make big decisions without talking to other people. It is really hard to read the label from inside of the bottle. Really hard, right? Check in with people. Save yourself from yourself. So that kitchen cabinet. And if you're a young woman working at a Burger King, and hopefully you meet some people and say, hey, can I just get some advice? And by the way, it might be someone else working at Burger King, and you're like, this person has her act together. This person just has her act. She's just smart. We all know those people. We meet them and we work with them like, this person just kind of switched on. They just seem to have better judgment around certain issues. So what I would say is have a plan. Don't be afraid to make changes. Put together a kitchen cabinet. Realize there's dignity in all work. And any company, even something you'd see as lowbrow, like fast food, those organizations need talented people to go up the ranks and make money because the turnover is enormous. So I think there's opportunity and dignity in any work.